Yes, ma'am. कोई prayer ले लेगा?
Yes. So gently close your eyes, sit straight, head neck in one line, chin parallel to the ground. Concentrate on your breathing, air of inhalation, air of exhalation, the wonders. Outgoing air is a little bit warmer than inhaling air. Concentrate on it. Calm down. Now we'll chant one Omkar. Don't open your eyes. Enjoy the vibrations of Omkar. Now we'll chant one prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Experience that Shanti within your body, complete calmness. We'll go down and seek the blessings of all Guru, Rishi Muni, Deva Devata, and our teacher. Gently head up, rub your both the palms, cup them on your eyes, blink your eyes inside your cups, and with a smiling face, we'll start our today's lecture. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, shall I start?
Yes.
Archana ma'am is, I think, not going to join because she has
हाँ,
gone.
आज उनका मैसेज था वो उनके
हाँ, she has
कुछ
gone
है
school
स्कूल में हाँ
हाँ
रिजल्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन समथिंग है सो
अच्छा
वो
अच्छा
ज्वाइन
हाँ
नहीं कर हाँ
उन्होंने मैसेज
आप कंटिन्यू करिए
Okay. Yeah. So good afternoon, everybody, and namaste. So starting, continuing with information communication technology, day 3. Yeah, this is again the syllabus. So today we will start with networking. So networking as general, the word means we network. The network could be of friends, a community, countries. So here we have a network of computers. So a network is simply an interconnection of one or more computers for the purpose of sharing information and resources. So, and other devices that can also be connected via a network are printers, storage devices, and applications. Then computer networks mean interconnected set of autonomous systems that permit distributed processing to information. So computers are connected by hardware, but then they should give permission also to each other to share the information. Otherwise, only hardware will remain connected and software's information data will not get shared. So five components of a network. So these could be exam question, like what all are included as the components of a network. So they are sender computer, which is like the source, it is sending the information. Then sender equipment, it is the modem. That modem which helps to do the connectivity. Modem is the instrument which is connected to the internet wire. At our home, we can see a modem. Then there are communication channels like telephone cables or wireless devices. Like these is the in-between hardware through which actual the data bytes gets sent via the hardware. Then receiver equipment, at the receiving end also there is one modem, and then there is a receiver computer. So these all are the 5 components, like sender computer, sender equipment, modem, communication channel, which could be telephone cables or wireless devices. Then again on the receiver end, there is a receiver equipment which is also called modem, and receiver computer. So this could be the exam questions. Then classification based on geographical coverage. So networks here are a different kind of networks, which is based on the geographical coverage. So local area network, as the name suggests, it is local. It is relatively smaller and privately owned network, and maximum span is 10 kilometers. Then metropolitan area network, so which is short form is MAN, MAN. MAN is defined for less than 50-kilometer area. So this could be this can come in the as objective questions, like for LAN the span is 10 kilometer. Metropolitan area network, the span is 50 kilometers, and it provides regional connectivity within a campus or a small geographical area. So that is metropolitan area network. Then is wide area network, WAN. A wide area network is a group of communication technology and there is no limit of distance. So wide area network, no limit of distance. Then again, types of network. So there is point-to-point network and a broadcast network. So point-to-point network, when a packet means packet of data, means packet of data will have bytes and bits of data in it, is sent from one router to another intermediate router. So this modem has what? There is a router device which does this transfer. The entire packet is stored at each intermediate router, stored there till the output line is free, and then it is forwarded. So routers, like when we are transferring at our home, we see the always see the modems. So modems are transmitting data through the cables, and in between, like how we have when we are traveling by railway, there are junctions, big stations in between, which are called junctions, where we can, change the trains or take a halt. So like that, there are routers in between these long communication channels, where like if the channels are not free, then our data gets parked there, and from then again it gets transmitted. So those kind of devices are called routers. So like they say, data is stored there till the output line is free, and then again forwarded. When the line becomes free, our data gets transferred transferred further from the router to the receiver. A subnet using this principle is called point-to-point or packet switch network. So subnet is a part of network, is called subnet. So it's a huge network, and a part of it which is called subnet, and that is called point-to-point network or packet switch network. So where you have the cables and routers, that kind of thing is called point-to-point or packet switch network. Then topologies, again in that point-to-point network, you will have star, tree, ring, and bus. So these are different topologies. Topology is as in the structure. Like the star is, each device has a dedicated point-to-point link only to a central controller using usually called a hub. So as I did not get time to actually get the pictures from the internet. The star is actually the shape will be in the form of star, and in the there will be the main hub, the main hub which is called central controller, and which will connect to the 3 points of the star, like a triangle shape you can imagine, and the central controller which is connecting to the 3 corners, that is called star network. Then tree topology is again a variation of star network. The star specifically in the triangular shape, but tree, as you can say, the tree can have like different branches and different it will have different shape as well. So it's a little bit complex network of computers of the star. Point-to-point network is tree. Then is ring. Each device has a dedicated point-to-point line configuration only with the 2 devices on either side of it. So ring configuration, they say there will be a cable and there will be computers on the end of it. And bus, one long cable acts as a backbone to link all the devices in the network. So here a huge cable, and to one single cable there will be many devices connected. That is called bus. So this variation you should remember. If it comes in the objective, you should be able to figure it out. I think usually star and bus will usually come. So because there is a defined, a properly well-defined standard definition for them: star network and bus network and broadcast network. So here broadcast networks have a single communication channel that is shared by all the machines on the network. So this broadcast network is used in a smaller setup where you have only single communication channel. But when we are using when we are usually using networks on the web, we are using point to point network, because we want single channel reaching many people, as well as multiple communication channels also transmitting the same information to vast receivers. Then we have intranet and internet. So intranet can be is excellent method for sharing information, organizational information, and in a secured environment. So when we are internally transmitting any information, say in a building, a school, a college, a company, then we will use intranet because we want to keep our data private. But when you are, we want the data do not remain private, we send it on intranet. So intranet provides a way to communicate with a common technology. So we can share the common technology, and intranets allow organizations to make effective use of their digital organizational information resources, offering interoperability, ease of use, security, and cost effectiveness. Because we want all this to be shared, like within a private environment, then we go for intranet. There could be like many reasons, like security of data or strategy, which we don't want to share beyond a certain boundary. That time will you make use of intranet. Then intranet, again, a collection of resources to which only internal users have access. So these again for objective questions: internal users, intranet. And a private network, again intranet. Private network inside an organization similar to the internet, but which is for internal use only and is not accessible to the public. So the spelling difference is intranet, intranet. And for like public information, we will use internet, internet. Then users of an intranet can exchange electronic mail, that is email, what we send. Email, we are used to the word email, but actual the full form is electronic mail. Send files, that is a protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol. And browse web. Web is like before any website address, we write www.google.com. So that is www, that is web. And connect to any other computer. Just like the normal internet, however, only people within an organization can use the intranet. Like how we do www.google.com and we connect to a complete public website. Like that, there could be like internal websites like www.tcs.com, where only TCS people, their internal people will only communicate. Intranets are often separated from the internet by using a firewall. So they will separate internet data and intranet data by using a firewall. So those who have access to go beyond the firewall will only able to access that data. Organizations use intranets to manage projects, provide employee information, distribute data and information, internal communication via the intranet. So here one more thing, intranets are often separated from the internet by a firewall. Again, a objective question can come up here, like intranet and internet are separated by what? They are separated by a firewall. Advantages of an intranet: data can be stored centrally and then it can be used by the employees. Intranet allows easier maintenance of data than web-based interface for access of common technology or communication, and ability to access from anywhere in the within the organization. Okay, so intranet for the private usage, again you can access it across the world also, but then you will need specific permissions to bypass the firewalls and login access security codes to access intranet. Then internet. So what internet we are used to, like from Google, we search anything and then we again go to that third party website. So that is all internet. So we are more used to familiar with using the internet. So internet is a global system of what? Interconnected computer networks that you interconnected computer networks that use the standard internet protocol suite, that is TCP/IP, to link several billion devices worldwide. So, like whenever we are like we get introduced to anybody, we have like particular protocols, like how we do a handshake, we do a namaste, and then we start talking to that person. Like that, when the computer networks are also communicating with each other, they have their internet protocols. That is called TCP/IP, to link several billion devices. Like they will do some handshake in the sense they will exchange some signals and code words, and that's how they will get hooked to each other. So that is the protocol, the what they share a protocol. So it is also known as internet, is also known as network of networks. So again, internet, network of networks, that is internet, that consists of what? Millions of million private, public, academic, business and government networks. So these are all different huge networks, and again to that network our network gets connected. That's why it is called internet, is called network of networks. Then internet, various applications, we are very much familiar. We have been using it for like 10 to 20 years now. Various applications of internet are exchange messages using email, electronic email, then transfer files as well as software. Like files can be anything. The photo which we transfer to each other, that is also a file, which is an image file. Or we transfer PPTs, Word documents, they are all transfer files, PDF files. Browse through information on any topic on web. Like we can browse, we can go to Google, find some websites, then we again click on them, that we say we are browsing to find whatever information we need. Then communicate in real time, that is called chatting. Like the sender and receiver both are online at the same time, then it becomes chatting, and that is called real time chatting with others connected to the internet. That real time word means both the sender and receiver are online at the same time. Then search databases of government, individuals and organizations. So we are used to searching databases. Like we might have done this when we were searching projects for our SEM 3 and SEM 4 research projects. So that time we might have searched loads of databases to see if our topic is not getting, research topic is not repeated. Then read news available from leading news groups. We access many news channels like CNN, BBC. Then send or receive animation and picture files from distant places. So this like sharing and videos and animated files, animated photos that we have been doing. Then set up a site with information about your company's products and services. We can set up our own sites. We can write our blogs, vlogs using WordPress, etc. Then the worldwide, we studied intranet and internet. Now is World Wide Web. Now the World Wide Web, like we started today's topic with network because when we move from internet, intranet and World Wide Web, then we have to know that basically what is inside. It is a network of computers which is giving us the service. But in front end, we mostly see the a web page or a web browser. So we are not that much bothered about what all goes behind a website. So World Wide Web, commonly known as a web or WWW. So it is represented by WWW, that is World Wide Web, developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989. So this person who has developed it is Tim Berners-Lee. So you should be aware, World Wide Web, WWW, who has developed it, Tim Berners-Lee, and in the year 1989. So what is it? It is a system of interlinked hypertext documents. documents that are accessed via the internet. So basically what basic form of any web page is a HTML file. HTML is hypertext document. HTML, we say HTML file. Any web page is basically an HTML file. So system of interlinked hypertext documents, that is HTML documents that are accessed via the internet. These multimedia pages are ever changing, and these multimedia pages keep ever changing. So anything which we want to send on the web, we have that extension .html. .html, then those kind of files, they are called hypertext documents that we can see on the web. And HTML is again another kind of protocol. As I said earlier, that whenever we are meeting or introducing each other, we have some protocols, like we shake hands, we do namaste. That again is the like World Wide Web has is a consortium across the globe, and they have all agreed that whatever document has to come on the web will have the extension .html. So that is hypertext document. So they are also called multimedia. They are web pages. They are also called multimedia pages. Multimedia as in they have multiple media in it. There could be audio file, there could be a video, there could be an image. Everything can get shared on through that HTML document. And it keeps ever changing because these are all live documents. Like we see a newspaper website like Times of India, it is live. It is a live multimedia page because Times of India has to keep changing their web page every hour, because every hour something is happening around in across the globe, so that information has to get reflected. So their multimedia pages or web pages are active, that throughout the day the data on it will keep changing. Then a web browser. Web browser, commonly referred to as a browser, through which we actually see a web page. Like most of us use and are very familiar with Internet Explorer, then Safari. These are all web browsers through which we type, like google.com, where we type, that is a web browser. So it's a software application. It is also another software application for retrieving, presenting and traversing information resources on the World Wide Web. So World Wide Web Consortium has agreed that if I want to access any web page, then I should have a web browser from any, it could be from any vendor. It could be Mozilla Firefox, it could be Safari, it could be Internet Explorer, but I should have that bit of software to access the information on the web. Then examples are worldwide web are first web browser, Netscape, Internet Explorer, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, Safari by Apple, Google Chrome, UC browser, etc. There are many, but these are the ones which are used frequently. So this was about the World Wide Web. This is the huge network of networks. That is World Wide Web, and to access it, we need web browser, and the type of file is HTML, hypertext document. Then web browser, as we usually access our web pages through a web browser, we all have the experience of using a web browser. Only the thing, we are becoming aware of it now. So next time when we access any web page, we will now see whether we are using Netscape or Internet Explorer or Safari. So various features of that web browser are, we have seen that on the top of the web browser is a menu bar. So the menu bar located at the very top of the screen can be accessed using the mouse. Actions that are in black can be performed, while the actions that cannot be performed will be in gray. So the highlighted options that become dark black, that is what we can access. And the gray ones are like disabled options. Then toolbar is located at the top of the browser. It contains navigational buttons for the web. Basic functions of this button include, so menu bar and toolbar. Menu bar is a drop down where we get different options, like what you want to access. And toolbar is the horizontal one, where we will have big icons which will say scroll left, scroll right, scroll down. Yeah, so here we have given command and function table. So home, when we click on home, it opens or goes to the starting page. Back takes you to the previous page. Forward, next page, print, prints the current page, stops loading of the page, reload, refresh, redisplays the current page. Search is access the search engine. So these are like functions you see on the toolbar. You have seen it. Almost everybody has seen it. Can get tricked in the exam if such options come and we have to select the proper option like reload, home. Then web browser, other things are location bars. The location bar below the toolbar is a box labeled location, go to or address. You can type in a site's address and press the return or enter key to open that particular site. Status bar is located on the very bottom of the browser window. You can watch the process of a web page download to determine if the host computer has been contacted and text and images are being downloaded. Like this status bar, when we are downloading something, we see the progress like 10% download is complete. That is called status bar. Scroll bar is the vertical bar located on the right of the browser. You can scroll up and down on the web page by placing the cursor on the slider control and holding down the mouse button. So scroll bar, as the name suggests, it is for scrolling the information. The website, this is important. A website is a set of related web pages served from a single web domain. So for a website, when we click some website, we get web pages served from the single web domain. Like if we select the click the Times of India website, we get all the web pages which are from the single web domain. Like all pages are from timesofindia.com. So website definition is important. What is it? It is a set of related web pages. Related web pages, as in if I go to Times of India, I will get all pages related to Times of India. If I have to go to if I want to see some pages on CNN, then I have to go to another website, cnn.com, and there I will get all pages only related to CNN. So website is a set of related web pages served from a single web domain. That word single web domain is important from the exam point of view as well. Then Uniform Resource Locator, URL, is the short abbreviation, is the address for the websites. Most of them begin with the, again, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. HTTP followed by a colon. Colon is that double. As you can see here, the orange highlighted thing, HTTP, colon, then that double dot, that one dot one over the other is called colon, followed by the two slashes with then www, which we saw some time back, World Wide Web short form, www, and .scholarify.in. So that is the website name that we want to access. So most of the this whole thing, http colon for double forward slash www.scholarify.in is called as the URL. So like if you want to access Google, we will say http colon double forward slash www.google.com. So this whole thing which we type is called as Uniform Resource Locator, URL. So first HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and earlier we saw that hypertext document, HTML document, HTML, that was HTML, and this is HTTP, hyperlink. So see, if you see this orange link, which orange URL, under that you see an underline. That underline indicates that it is a hyperlink. So if I click on it, I will directly go to the website. So that is called hyperlink. So how can you identify if any text is a hyperlink? There is a underline underneath it and it is active. If you see this cursor will come here, you click on it. See, when I keep this this cursor here, I can see http colon www.scholarify.in. But if I keep cursor anywhere here, I don't see that thumb. I just see an arrow. But when I come here, I see automatically my cursor changes from arrow to the finger imprint. Then a hyperlink is a reference. So this is the reference to the data that the reader can directly follow either by clicking or by hovering. Hovering is moving the cursor. Clicking is click, and by hovering, or that is followed automatically. So I hover my cursor, and if I click it, I will go to another website. That is the hyperlink. So hyperlink reader can directly follow either by clicking or hovering, or that is followed automatically. Automatically you go to the other web page. And 2/. In most of the web browsers, the URL of the web page is displayed on the top side of the address bar. An example is http://www.scholarify.in, and hyperlink we have already discussed. Yeah, that's it for today. I think tomorrow I will do the next 1 or 2 topics, and I think we are done. We will be done with it tomorrow, and I have shared the files about the Swayam and all. If you want me to take that on the slides, I will do that government websites on the slide, but I can do that tomorrow. Yeah, any questions?
No.
That's it. Here in today's topic, we have some small definitions which you should keep in mind, which can give some good objective questions can get generated from whatever we discussed today. And then there are those Swayam and Shodh Ganga that some questions definitely come from that bit. But we'll continue with this topic tomorrow. Okay?
Yes.
Okay then. That's it from my end. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
मॅडम आपण हे किरण मॅम है
नाही आहे वाटतं.
मॅडम नाही so we'll take one omkar na.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So we'll sit straight, head neck in one line, chin parallel to the ground, hands in namaskar mudra. Keep your eyes closed. Rub your both hands. Keep your palms on your eyes. Blink your eyes inside the cup. The smiling face will end this lecture. Thank you, Pragati ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Kiran ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah, yes ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Madam, 4:30 बजे
हाँ, 4:30